All right. This is where it gets really, really spicy. It asked me, what would you like to do? I said A, Nico Bellic. Now, I've been uh, telling AI about Nico, and it must have just sucked the whole game and put it right in here. So here we go. Nico Bellic, the protagonist of Grand Theft Auto 4, is introduced into the story. Nico's presence could bring a new dynamic to the narrative as someone who has also been affected by the events of the past. Nico may be able to offer a unique perspective or understanding to the protagonist. The protagonist is drawn to Nico's quiet confidence and determination. They see Nico, a spirit, someone who has also been haunted by their past mistakes. Nico has helped me with my trauma to make me feel better because I haven't had it that bad. Okay? Nico's own experiences with guilt and redemption could serve as a catalyst for the protagonist's growth. Through their conversations and shared experiences, Nico may be able to help the protagonist confront their emotional pain and find a path towards redemption. The contrast between Nico's rough, no nonsense exterior with his complex, vulnerable interior could also create an interesting dynamic as the protagonist gets to know Nico better. They may begin to see beyond his tough exterior and understand the depth of his emotional scars. A. The protagonist and Nico meet at a quiet, rundown bar in the outskirts of Liberty City. The atmosphere is tense. It's tense, with a sense of unease hanging in the air. Nico orders a whiskey. We know Nico doesn't drink, but his eyes scanning the room with a mix of caution and curiosity. The protagonist, still reeling from their memories of Mikhail's death, is drawn to Nico's calm and collected demeanor. They begin to open up to Nico, sharing their story and their feelings of guilt and shame. Nico listens intently, his expression a mask of empathy and understanding. He nods along, his eyes never leaving the protagonist's face. When they finish speaking, Nico takes a sip of his whiskey, his eyes clouding over with thought. Now this is some dream stuff, okay? I know what it's like to be haunted by your past, Nico says, his voice low and gravely. I love this AI. I've done things I'm not proud of, things that I can never take back, but I've learned to live with them, to find a way to move forward despite the weight of my mistakes. Nico's words strike a chord within the protagonist. They realize that they're not alone in their struggles, and that others have walked the same path and come on the other side. I've had very deep dreams about having conversations with this person. The protagonist feels a sense of relief wash over them as they listen to Nico's words. They realize that they're not alone in their struggles, that others have walked the same path and come out the other side. Thank you, Nico, the protagonist says, their voice filled with emotion. Just talking to you makes me feel like I'm not alone in this. Nico nods, a small smile playing on his lips. You're not alone, he says. We've all been through something, but it's how we respond to it that matters. That's deep. The protagonist feels a sense of gratitude towards Nico. They realize that Nico is not just a stranger, but someone who understands them, someone who has been through similar struggles. As they continue to talk, the protagonist begins to open up more to Nico. They share their fears, their doubts, and their hopes. Nico listens intently, offering words of encouragement and advice. The connection between the protagonist and Nico grows stronger. They begin to feel like they've found kindred spirit, someone who understands them without judgment. Very hard to find nowadays. As the days go by, I'm going to cut right here.